What is up, everyone? Phil here. Welcome to the weekend preview for Sunday, April 16th, 2017. It's been a fun week this past week. A lot of progress and a lot of playthroughs and things that I've been doing. In fact, a lot of things are either coming to the end or have ended, and I'll cover that in a moment, kind of so you have an idea. But also this week is going to be a big variety of stuff. There's going to be new games. There's going to be continuing playthroughs that are going on hold. In some cases, we may even have playthroughs returning. This week marks the return of my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, although in this case, there hasn't been an Ask the King in 3 months, so this should be a really good episode. And this week is also the return of videos to KO Gaming, after again being away for several weeks and being busy with ongoing playthroughs and lots of gameplay streams and everything. There's going to be a lot going on KO Gaming as well by the end of this week, so I want to cover all of that in this video, alright? So yeah, let's talk a little bit. This past week, I didn't really know how things were going to go because it all depended on how far I could get in certain games and the like. Here's what's happened, in case you missed it. I've completed Mass Effect Andromeda. In fact, tonight, I'm actually running really late. Typically, I'd be recording this weekend preview 1 or 2 hours earlier, but I'm recording it late because I went late on my stream earlier today in order to finish up Mass Effect Andromeda's playthrough. I did, but I ended up going over, 90 minutes later than usual, so here we are. So that one is now complete. It is 100% done on DSP Gaming. You can check it out right now. For Persona 5, I've gotten till the end of June. Now, if you have been following along my playthrough, you'll know there's been a lot of discussion about what I'm going to do, because Atlas USA and Atlas Japan or whoever does not want anyone to play the English language version of this game and stream it or upload videos of it past the July 7th in-game date. So right now, I'm right about the 2-week mark there where I'm going to hit it soon. In-game. The good news is, there's a lot of stuff that I could still do. For example, I'm just opened up the new palace, which is the 3rd dungeon in the game. And as you know, when you're in the palace, days don't pass by. So anytime I spend in that palace, walking around, exploring the dungeon, fighting the enemies or whatever, is going to be fit before I have to stop playing the game. Also, I opened up 2 Mementos missions, which are the optional side missions in the optional side content dungeon, and I definitely want to do those as well. Plus, like I said, about 2 weeks of in-game days left before I hit this cutoff point where I absolutely have to stop playing the game. If it's anything like what I've previously seen, I would probably say I've got at least 1, if not 2 sessions of Persona 5 left before we hit the stopping point, at which point that playthrough will go on hold, alright, until Atlas decides to fucking stop with this bullshit and allow people to stream and or continue on their playthroughs on YouTube, period. There's nothing I could do about it. I'm loving the game. I've been telling everyone I think that Persona 5 is going to end up being a Game of the Year contender for me, but I apologize that I can't continue on. I cannot risk getting copyright strikes against my YouTube channel or getting takedown notices and or cease and desist orders against my freaking Twitch channel. I just can't risk it. So in that regard, I apologize. I wish that I could have continued as I want to. I want to keep playing this game and finish it, but it looks like it's a no-go for now, at least until Atlas changes their tune, alright? So we'll talk about that in a moment, about what's going to happen when that happens. Yooka-laylee. I've now played about 8 hours of Yooka-laylee. From all, reports, the game could be anywhere from 15 to 20 hours long, depending on how much of a completionist you decide to be. I think the game has 5 stages, and I've completed 2 of them completely now. I mean, there's a few odds and ends I didn't get in each stage because you have to backtrack to get them. But for the most part, I've done the major stuff in each of the first 2 worlds. So next time I play Yooka-laylee, I'll be going into World 3. So that's still an ongoing playthrough right now. And this week, I covered the Overwatch Uprising expansion that came out for free on Tuesday. You may not be aware this even exists. On Tuesday, there was an expansion for Overwatch where it was basically like the Halloween expansion they did last year, where there's a bunch of new skins and this kind of humans versus AI challenge event, which I did play for a couple of hours. And it was fun, but it certainly isn't anything that's like amazing or you need to write home about or anything. It's nothing super important. So you can check that out as well. That's on DSP Gaming, all right? Now, I didn't do anything on KO Gaming this week, but this channel, The King of Hate Vlogs, if you've been away for a week and you just came back to watch the weekend preview, you may not realize you missed a lot on this channel, alright? Just this past week, I vlogged a lot of stuff. First of all, there was a gaming schedule update where I covered all the major games that are coming out in the next several months and explained how I'm going to be covering them and which ones I'm interested in playing and everything. And I haven't done one of those since January, so you're going to want to check that out because that's a really good informative video, alright? Then I released my vlog regarding my situation, what happened with me over the years with Machinima being my partnership network here on YouTube, the ups, the downs. I talked about both the positives and the negatives. I tried to be fair because there were a lot of ways that they helped me, and I did call all those out in the video, but at the same time, there were really weird things with that company that happened. Of course, my eventual falling out with them that made absolutely no fucking sense at all. So I, explained all that stuff in that video. Check that out. I know people were dying to see that story, and now it's out there public, so you can check that out as well. Yesterday was the return of DSP Tries It. I hadn't done an episode of DSP Tries It. I didn't realize this. In 2 months. 2 months the show had been gone while I was doing all my crazy amount of vlogging. No, excuse me. My crazy amount of streaming is what I meant to say. You know, with these changes I've done recently with my gameplay style and being more interactive with viewers on the stream with Twitch and everything, I had definitely neglected vlogging, and therefore I came back this week with DSP Tries It, and by the way, I can guarantee you there will be another episode next week and even a 3rd episode lined up, so there's going to be DSP Tries It's coming out now fairly consistently for the next several weeks, okay? So that's good news. So that returns. So if you haven't checked out this vlogging channel recently, now is a great time this weekend. Dive in, take a look, see exactly what you missed, because there's a bunch of videos. I mean, that Machinima vlog alone is over an hour long because it's so much history to cover, 6 years to talk about in a video. And, again, hilarious. I gotta just say, it's hilarious. This video is too long. Phil should be more to the point. The video is a 6-year history of me and Machinima. How do you fucking cut down 6 years of history? Like, I said the things that I felt were important as part of the story. There were other things there, that, monotonous things that had nothing to do with anything that I cut out. It's because people have such short attention spans. It's so sad. They've been so catered to on YouTube to have a minute-long video that just boom, boom, boom hits on points. Because, I don't know. Mature adults watched it and liked the video. Let's just put it that way. So, that's what's happened with the vlogging the past week. So, lots of gameplay, lots of vlogging, lots of stuff going on right now. Let's talk about this week. All right, short term, what to expect this coming week. Then I'll let you know what's coming up for the rest of the month, because now I have a much better idea now that I did my calendar update, my gaming schedule update. In particular, patron events. There's a patron event that I think I'm going to want to do by the end of this month. Now, originally I thought it was going to be early May, but I think I'm going to do it by the end of this month. So let's talk turkey, all right? Tonight, it's already late for me. Like, I'm already an hour and a half behind what I usually would be doing. So as soon as I finish filming this weekend preview and I upload it, I'm going to now go to patreon.com, and I'm going to take a look at all the messages that patrons have sent me over the past week for their March pledges. I'm going to get all those messages sorted. I'm going to send them to my webmaster, so patrons should be getting their forum upgrades and the like that they need in order to post up their questions for Ask the King this coming Thursday, or to be involved in this upcoming event that's going to be a multiplayer event with patrons. The thread's already live. They just need to have their forum accounts upgraded so they can access that thread. So all that is coming tonight. I'll be working on that, and within the next couple of days, forum accounts should all be upgraded. All right. And by the way, I will be sure to let my webmaster know there's urgency on it this time because of the fact that I know a few people will want to post up their questions for Ask the King this Thursday. All right. After that, I'm going to work on Teespring, but I don't even know how much time I'm going to have. I'm going to see how much time is left after I do all that. If you're owed a private Q&A video and you're a patron from March and you sent me your questions this week, thank you. I'm going to work on those next week because now I'm actually so behind from playing Mass Effect. I don't want to rush through it. I like to really take my time when I do those private Q&A videos for patrons and do a good job, and I don't want to have to try to condense it or rush it or anything tonight. So I'm going to be doing those next weekend, I believe, okay? So that's tonight, all right? Just all offline vlogging style stuff and things like that. Tomorrow, Monday, I'm back with a full day of streaming, okay? The first half of the day, the earlier stream at 11 a.m. will be Persona 5, 4 hours, more of progress. We'll see how far I get in Mementos and with the days passing and if I end up in the palace or whatever. Tomorrow night, I am going to do 2 more hours of yooka-laylee gameplay, okay? So that's the pairing for tomorrow is Persona 5, yooka-laylee. And then I want to see, after that, how far I am in each game. All right. Tuesday, there will be a gameplay stream. I'm not sure what the game is going to be yet. It could be more Persona 5. If we can fit another full stream in 4 hours, it'll probably end up being Persona 5 on Tuesday. Tuesday night, I'm going to be playing Guardians of the Galaxy. The new Telltale Games episodic game is being released on Tuesday. But being that you know those episodes are only about an hour and a half long in general, there's no reason for me to do a whole gameplay stream for it. So I'm going to do it offline. And also keep in mind, it's very narrative-based, much like The Walking Dead and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing an offline session exclusively for DSP Gaming on YouTube. It will not have the interactions, the pop-ups, or anything like that. It's just going to be an old-school narrative-style playthrough, and that will be going live on DSP Gaming Tuesday night, okay? Wednesday, yes, there will be a gameplay stream. Again, I don't want to promise you what it will be. Maybe it'll be yooka-laylee, a major stream of yooka-laylee, because at that point I wouldn't have done a major stream, a 4-hour stream in a week. So that's a good possibility for Wednesday. Wednesday night, I want to work on my review for Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, I don't know if I'm going to finish my review of Mass Effect Andromeda in time to release that review on Wednesday night, but I at least want to work on it, all right, in the hopes that I can either release it Wednesday or Thursday at the latest, okay? Same thing on Thursday. I'm not sure what game I'll be playing, but we'll have to see. Maybe there will be more Persona. Maybe I'll actually be able to do 3 more streams of Persona. Maybe not. If not, let's say by around Thursday-ish, I can't play any more Persona because I'm locked out of that because I got to the 7/7 date, and I'm playing yooka-laylee, but I don't want to just exclusively play yooka-laylee all week. What I'm going to do, and this is something that I've been saving up to option in here when I had a chance here, is around later in the week, I want to maybe go back to Nier Automata. Now, if you're not aware, Nier Automata is a game that I played last month. I really liked the game, but the game apparently required 3 separate playthroughs in order to actually see the entirety of the game. And I promised everyone that if I had a chance, that I would go back and play more Nier Automata and do the second and third playthroughs so that I could see the entirety of the game when I had downtime. It looks like this week there may actually be some downtime. So later this week, if I can't play Persona 5 anymore, and if I play yooka-laylee once or twice and I'm getting bored of doing that every single stream, I'll probably mix in some Nier Automata. All right? So that's good. It's good that I've had that option. I've had that saved up for a while now. But in particular, on Thursday, there will not be a major gameplay stream at all. There won't be a stream on Thursday because I'm going to be doing Ask the King. This is my Q&A show. I haven't done one since January. I know there's probably a bunch of questions saved up on thekingofhate.com. If you have not submitted your question yet, go to thekingofhate.com. to the forums. There's a section right there for this episode of Ask the King. You can post up your question, and I will be picking from that thread to answer questions this coming Thursday. All right, so please do. I'm looking forward to that. I love Ask the King, and I haven't had a chance to work on one in a while. Thursday night will either be me working on and finishing and releasing my Mass Effect Andromeda review, or if I finished my Mass Effect Andromeda review, I'm actually going to begin work on a mini review for Persona 5 up to the 7/7 date. Because the bottom line is, I don't know how long my playthrough of Persona 5 is going to be on hold. I hate that it has to be on hold, to be honest. And I don't like that fact. I wish I could just play the fucking game. But it looks like it's going to be on hold for a while, all right? I don't want to leave everyone hanging because a lot of people ask me my thoughts about the game and everything. I don't want to leave everyone hanging and not give you my thoughts and whatever, or have a review that never came out. So what I'm going to do is give you a review of how far I've played this week. And I'm going to, like I said, I'll either be starting that Thursday night or, as we approach the weekend, I'll begin work on that, okay? So then later this week, the streams will be balanced between yooka-laylee and probably Nier Automata. Keep in mind, if anything else happens or comes up, every once in a while a demo pops up or a free game pops up or something pops up that's interesting everyone wants me to do, this would be the week that I actually have some time to work on something like that. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear. We'll see how things go. And we'll go from there. And that's going to take us into the weekend. It's this coming Saturday is my day off, all right? So I came back today from having my day off of streaming, and it's going to be work all week long, and then that Saturday is going to be the day with no streaming because I'll be away. But we'll see if I have any surplus videos or whatever to upload. We'll check it out near the end of the week, okay? Next week, so now let's talk about the rest of the month because some important stuff to talk about for the rest of the month. First of all, next week, the new release is Outlast 2. For the end of April, we're going to have a strong end of April because Outlast 1 was a really fun survival horror game. I really enjoyed playing it years ago, and I'm very much looking forward to playing Outlast 2 this final week of April. So that's going to also, I think that would be an awesome game to stream because you can have jump scares and stuff to see my live reactions. I'll be able to interact with people. I'm sure they'll be making comments about the stuff going on because it's going to be a pretty gory but also fun game, I think. So that's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to Outlast 2. And then at the very end of the month, the end of April, now I got some time to mess around because I can see, did I finish yooka-laylee yet? How am I doing? Did I start Nier and how long did I get in Nier Automata or whatever? If I have time, maybe I'll start playing Danganronpa again and balancing that offline with online gameplay. Okay, that could be a good idea. But ultimately, the end of this month, what I think I want to do, one of the last final days, because the reason I say one of is because I don't know what day it's going to be, because Leanna's work schedule changes every week, so we don't know what day off we're going to have that week. But I think at the very end, it's either going to be like Saturday, April 29th, or Sunday, April 30th, or at the latest, Monday, May 1st. I'm going to be doing the worst games ever marathon as voted by you, the patrons, the February patrons nominated and voted on games for me to do in this marathon. What games won? Well, the winners are, get ready, Scarface, okay, which I don't necessarily thought was a terrible game. I just thought that the game was very, very outdated. People apparently really want to see me finish this game, and they've been saying there's about 2 hours left in the game. So I'll give it a couple hours on that stream, okay? Revolution 60, a game that I've heard was made by some like well-known SJW, and the game has terrible gameplay mechanics. It's one of the worst games ever made or something like that. I don't know too much about it, but hey, it was voted in. And then the top game, Ride to Hell Retribution, won the poll. So 3 games I'll be playing in this marathon-style setting. Yes, there will be interaction and everything with viewers like I always do. I want to do that at the end, like I said, either the very end of April or early May, depending on what when my day off is scheduled in there. Because I don't want that lingering too long, especially now with patrons who are going to be getting involved in a multiplayer event with Jackbox Party Pack coming up. The last thing I want is to have now 2 patron events lingering, so that's definitely going to be by the end of this month, okay? That's a pretty damn good month, in my opinion. You got, ending playthroughs and reviews coming out. You've got, events that are going to happen. I can't wait for Outlast 2. Good stuff, good balance for the end of the month, all right? One thing I want to say, because I'm being, real honest, I'm an honest person. The past week, streaming has been kind of meh. And what I mean by that is all of March and even early April through Persona 5's launch and even through the launch of yooka-laylee that first day, things were going great. All of a sudden, something happened like the middle of this past week where attendance on streams dipped. And even though the regulars are there, which is great, I love seeing the regulars every single day. They're there for streaming. They don't care what I'm playing. They're just there for me. I can't expect those regulars to be coming and doing things like tipping or subbing or cheering every single day. They can't. You can't have the same people tossing money every day. Not everyone's made of money, right? I'm going to be honest with everyone. I'm a little nervous now because March was great. Early April, the first couple weeks was great. And now all of a sudden this week I saw a big dip in what's going on Twitch. I need that revenue to pay my bills. Like, I wasn't joking with anyone. I was saying things were better. Now things are starting to stagnate, and that's not good. All right, it's not good, because if this happens long term, it's okay, 1 or 2 days, it's slow, that's fine. But if this is a pattern now, if it's going to be stagnate, and I'm only going to see any real attention when new games come out, that's going to be a major problem. I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. I don't. And I know this sucks. I don't want to bring this shit up all the time, but we're not out of the woods yet. That's what I mean. Like, this month right now, April, is the month that things are really tight financially, and I'm literally shifting money here and there. Oh, God. Okay, I made some money. Let me shift this PayPal money into the bank account right away and shift this around. And, every penny counted this month. Right now, I'm good, and I really got to knock on fucking wood, because right now I'm good, but God forbid if anything comes up or something goes wrong, I'm going to be screwed financially this month, all right? Next month, things should be better because March was good, but now if it dips again the next month because it's a slow April, that's not good. So please, if you haven't been around the streams, I understand, because here's the deal. I've been doing ongoing playthroughs of stuff that maybe you weren't interested, maybe you didn't care about Mass Effect. Maybe you're like, Persona 5, man, that's not my cup of tea, and Phil's playing a lot of it. I get it. This week will be a little different, right, with me doing yooka-laylee, but also with Guardians of the Galaxy on DSP Gaming, but combined with that, you're going to have, like, the return of Nier and stuff like that. So I certainly hope that you're going to check out the videos on YouTube, or if not, if you could be there live for the streams every day, I appreciate it. And again, reminder, those cheers, those tips, the subbing to the channel, that's the other thing. I had over 270 subs to my Twitch channel at the end of March, and then in April, it lapsed. A lot of people's 1-month subscriptions lapsed, especially those who use Twitch Prime. I'm down to like 230 again, and that's huge. That's 40 subs that disappeared that that's revenue that helped me, and I really need that support. So please, don't be lax about it. Because this is what happens. People will say, I heard that Phil did really well in March with his streaming. His changes worked out really well, so therefore he doesn't need me to show up in April at all. Or, he won't need my pledge on Patreon this month because it sounds like he's doing really well on Twitch. And you see, and that's the dangerous line of thinking, because then when all of a sudden, if someone came to my stream and left a tip, but then they took away their Patreon pledge, then it negated itself. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm seeing even on Patreon. If you take a look now, my numbers are down. Like, for months they were real high, they were above the goal, and now they are above the goal still, but they're nowhere near as high as they used to be. So a lot of people have lowered or pulled their pledges, and I'm like, I don't know what you expect me to do. I mean, you've seen me this past month. I really busted my ass. I was here daily, double streaming almost every single day. I was really putting in the work for you and really trying to make entertaining streams for you. Even with a game like Mass Effect Andromeda that wasn't a very entertaining game to watch or play, I was still trying to make it entertaining for you, and people who were there on the streams had a good time. And overwhelmingly, the feedback I'm getting from those watching the videos on YouTube is that the videos are better. People are liking the videos. So from what the feedback I'm getting, there's not much I can do to improve. I've literally worked myself to the bone here. I'm working with as much time as I have, streaming as much as I can. Now edited videos are going to return this week. You know what I mean? I'm working. I'm doing as much as I can. If you could, please turn out to the streams, contribute if you can, watch the videos, whatever you can do. I need your support. I can't have it stagnate all of a sudden right here in the middle of April and have a terrible second half of April, and then next thing you know, I can't pay my bills come June because that's when I get the payments for this month, okay? Also, keep in mind, Teespring, like I said, this really helps. You don't understand. I get a pretty decent profit margin off of anything you guys buy off of Teespring. Great designs are over there. You've been seeing me wear the shirts in my videos. Not today. This is an Overwatch shirt. But you've been seeing me wear the stuff in the videos. Here's the mug, right? The mugs are great quality. And definitely consider if you haven't yet. All right? That's definitely going to help me out. All right? Last but not least, folks, Patreon again for this month, for April, the event is going to be the next Patron's Choice game. So right now, the Patron's Choice game is Danganronpa, and as everyone knows, Danganronpa has kind of gone on hold because I've been doing double streams for all these new releases. Now, the good news is, Mass Effect's done, Persona's about to go on hold, right? Yooka-Laylee isn't a very long game, so I'll probably be wrapping that up this week. So, and there's only one new major release by the end of this month, which is Outlast 2, which means Danganronpa will continue shortly, and most certainly Danganronpa will be finished by the end of May, although I don't think it's going to take that long. I'm thinking maybe one or two more major kind of a week, maybe a week tops, and I'll be able to go back and mix it in as the nighttime game for 2 hours a night or something like that, and then maybe, you know, a few more sessions. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm in the middle of chapter 5 of 6, so I really don't foresee that going much longer than, say, 3, 4, 5 more sessions tops. So it's definitely finishing by the end of May, and I know people love that playthrough, but then it went on hold as I started playing Persona 5. It is coming back, right? It's a guaranteed full playthrough because it was Patron's Choice. If you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon, by the end of this month, you get to participate in the next Patron's Choice playthrough. So, for the month of May, you'll be nominating games and then eventually voting on the games. And the winner will be the Patron's Choice playthrough that will begin in June. So that's why we're doing it this early. I know, pledging in April for a game that starts in June. Yeah, it takes that long for me to get the information to everyone, get them upgraded, get them to nominate, get them to vote. It takes a lot of time to organize all of that. It's not something I could just do like that, okay? So that's the deal, all right? So please, if you're enjoying the Danganronpa playthrough, you love it, right? You've liked the previous Patron's Choice playthroughs like Persona 4, Yakuza. You've seen what's come out of this event. Great playthroughs of games I've never heard before that end up turning into ongoing series. Consider pledging this month, all right? And of course, there's other perks too, you know, getting your questions answered on Ask the King. I can't wait to see the questions from patrons of the past few months who posted up and are going to get their questions answered this Thursday on Ask the King. Getting a private Q&A video, getting text or verbal thank yous. You'll see the thank you roll at the very end of this week in preview. It's cool. The perks that I got there are really cool, and yes, you know, I wish I could do even more with that, but at this point, with the amount that I'm streaming, with the amount that I'm doing edited videos, and being a one-man show, I'm kind of working myself to the edges here. And, you know, maybe eventually I'll add in something new, but for now, the perks seem to be working, okay? So please, consider pledging if you haven't, all right? That's really it. I don't really have much else to talk about. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun. This past month and a half, since I changed everything up and things have been different, I've been personally having, I think, a lot more fun doing this as a job than I had the past couple years, honestly. And people are telling me it's coming through on the streams and it's coming through in the videos on YouTube. But, like I said, I am nervous about stagnation. Please, let's not let it stagnate. Let's keep this positivity going. Get people participating every day. And let's keep it moving into the summer months, as we know. I mean, May itself is going to be an awesome month. If you didn't see my schedule update, my God, May has games like Prey, a Neo DLC, Injustice 2. Holy shit, that's going to be a great game in my opinion. Star Trek VR, stuff like that. And then, June, you got E3, a big event coming out that I'll be covering. I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of new stuff then. So it's going to be a really fun time, but we have to get there. That's the problem, is if I have all of a sudden, boost, everything falls out through April, how am I going to do it, right? Okay? So thanks to those who are there, who are supporting. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you on stream. If not, hopefully you're checking out all the YouTube videos, okay? That is it for the week in preview, folks. Thanks for watching. Without further ado, thank you to the following March patrons. who made the upcoming Jackbox multiplayer event possible. I know I haven't talked about that yet because right now people are actually posting up to say that they want to participate, and actually, like I said, those March patrons will be getting forum upgrades soon, so that they'll be able to post up, and that's going to take place sometime in May. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. Hope to see you all this week for new gameplay and vlogging and everything fun. Peace out. See you then.